Hey guys, how's it going? Kripp here. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I had a really amazing game a few days ago and I wanted to show you guys the game, but also wanted to try to, in a way, kind of cast it, tell you guys what I'm thinking as it's going on, and give you guys, in a way, more perspective to an already awesome game. And I hope it's not too much. I hope you guys enjoy it, and, well, you gotta try things. So we're gonna try this one. Some context. I was just playing on my EU account. My EU account has basically nothing. I completed max with it, and the rest, I did arena, got some gold, bought a few packs with the gold from the arena. That's it. It basically has no cards, and I just screw around. I do some ranked games every now and then, every couple days when the dailies build up, and the dailies build up. So I did a couple games, and this is the first of that. And I am doing it on an aggro lock, but it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a twisty demon, some mid to late game kind of aggro lock. So let's check it out. So as the game starts, I'm playing against another Warlock, and because it's rank 13, because it's EU, I'm figuring, he's playing Zoo just like me, and just whatever. It's a Zooey hand, gotta burst them down. So with 2 1-drops, it's very good because I can do 2 1-drops on my first turn, and then I can drop the creeper on my second turn, which is just a bunch of annoying creatures. That's what I end up doing. And now we suddenly find out that, well, the reason he didn't play anything on turn 1 is because...
Maybe we should add those death rattle 1-drops.
This may not exactly be the Zoo variation.
Instead of the void walkers.
Iron Beak Owl is run by some Zoo decks, but it's not that frequent.
This is hand lock.
Realize it's hand lock.
Whoa, I've got 3 decks made. Whoa.
The reason hand lock isn't very good
You're in already?
is because most people who play in ladder right now
just make a
are
deck
playing
out of all the cards
Hunter.
you have, and I'll make a.
And
make a
this is not going to be the
3-card
case
only deck.
after tomorrow when they nerf the shit out of Buzzard
I
and
don't
Leroy.
know anything about
But during this video,
Not really.
it's a bit of a mess to play handlock. I
Right,
mean,
I think
you get your
probably
board
these
set up,
decks
and it gets
is
Hunter's
like
Mark, you
made
get killed
by
with kill commands, you get killed with
doing
hero
that
power, you can't do
selection.
anything. So,
Yeah,
I figured this guy doesn't know what he's doing,
was it
or,
your suggested
well,
card or some shit
he's a
like
little bit better than rank 13.
Yeah, I don't know.
Though, I felt maybe I was as well. So you guys see the Void Caller there? I don't have a great demon to play, but sometimes I play it just because my opponent doesn't know that, so it becomes an extremely high priority target to like silence, to transform with like hexes or something like that. But I go with that, fill up the board a little bit more. This
Stand
board is
down.
pretty resilient to Hellfire
2, 2,
because
7, 8.
of the egg and because the 4/4 survives it. So Hellfire is not a very good option there.
Did you get it?
I end up adding Sandown because I want to play him a bit later. Discards Leroy. So dropping Soulfire and a Leroy means that the handlock has very little burst left. Some handlocks these days, they actually only run 1 Soulfire. Right now I'm trying to activate my egg because even the egg, once it's activated,
Shit. Don't think I want to do that.
it still survives Hellfire. But then I realized that I can be a little bit more resilient
I'll just play
by
these
leaving
decks
it as an egg,
like, you can see
as
how
the handlocks, they
no clue
run
there.
a lot of board clears, including 2 Shadow Flames. I decided to go with the Lotheb because of the Soulfire, because the opponent has a very small hand. He probably can't play very powerful creatures, and if he can't use spells to deal with the board, I can push for damage, at least in the next turn.
Fuck my life.
Lotheb's a very powerful card. They pretty much put it in every deck these days. When he plays Sylvanas, I'm at the decision where I don't know if I want to go face and give him the option, or if I want to take the chance. And, I decide that I just want to go for some face damage. The only creature with this setup that he can kill Sylvanas, which he has to, is attacking into the 6/6, or using a Shadow Flame, which is exactly what he does. But it's very poor form, because, as I mentioned, he doesn't attack with it first. He missed out 5 damage to face, and you might notice that this might be significant later. This Sylvanas Mind Control triggered.
Do you have another Soulfire? Is this hand locked completely out of
Triggered,
cards?
I believe, after the egg hatched. So it was
Wow,
it could
what a
have the
confident.
option to get the 4/4, which would have been pretty bad. he has the other Soulfire. He
Mountain
runs
Giant.
2 Soulfires, and he top decked the 8/8 Molten Giant. At this stage, I'm a little bit frustrated, but I get the Voidwalker. The Voidwalker stops 8 damage from coming in, and I figure, I can whittle him down a little bit. So my opponent so far has played quite badly, but he's been pretty lucky by having board clears that don't require creatures like Shadow Flame, and he's got the Soulfires.
Oh my god, another top deck.
Drew a Taunt Giver. He
effect.
drew the other Sun Fury Protector. Now at this point, I can't deal with the Giant very well, but the idea is to put as much on the board as I can.
Might actually lose this game.
It may have been a good idea to attack with the last point in case he'd Hellfire, but it's unlikely that he would do that.
Sunwalker.
Yeah, he just goes for face. Pretty typical stuff. The idea behind my play is that he doesn't know I had my other Mortal Coil. So because I have my other Mortal Coil, he'll attack with 1, I'd get the rest done. I play the Shadow Sun here first
I need
because I
Doomguard
need
right
to
now.
drop that bubble.
Nope.
Of course, Doomguard would have been a good option, and Dread Infernal is what makes the deck a little bit special. I feel Dread Infernal is an amazing card. At least it is an arena. And it acts as a very good trigger off a Void Caller. I mean, 9/10 for 4 mana is generally pretty good.
Oh god.
The card he was holding when he casted Soulfire, he had 2 cards in hand.
Started a Mountain Giant instead of Ragnaros.
He had Mountain Giant and Ragnaros. Mountain Giant would have never been played because he'd have to play cards continuously and he couldn't really
maybe not.
afford to tap. So he's very lucky he didn't discard Ragnaros, but I got lucky with a top deck. And here, if Rag doesn't hit my face, I'm in okay shape. If it hits the egg, I'm in great shape. And it's looking pretty dicey so far. Right now, I don't have lethal on board, and he has possible lethal on board with the Rag hit.
Did you top deck Argus?
So what did he draw this turn?
No fucking way.
I get a bit frustrated, a little bit salty when I see draw after draw that counters what I played the
Siphon
previous
Soul.
turn.
You top decked Siphon Soul.
Siphon Soul's pretty bad. It puts me on a 50-50 clock. Well, got the 50-50. RNG is good. I got a Doomguard, but I can't play Dreadful and Doomguard. That's
Wow.
11 mana. I can choose to go for face, put him at 3, or I can choose to kill Ragnaros. If I kill Ragnaros, it's not the worst spot,
See what we draw.
but in my opinion, I think it's better to go a little bit more aggressive because he's already burned through.
Fuck it.
2 Soulfires. He used Siphon Soul. He used 2 Sunfury Protectors. There's not much he can do in terms of taunt. He pretty much needs to draw like a Shadow Flame and Shadow Flame Ragnaros. But of course, he
This
draws
is the luckiest guy ever.
another Taunt Giver. But I get pretty lucky too.
Soulfire. Soulfire.
Oh, didn't draw the Soulfire.
Leper Gnome.
At this point, I pretty much just have to play the maximum number of creatures, but playing the Leper Gnome at the very least prevents him from tapping. Or so
Okay.
is the idea. So, well,
He's top decked 3 taunts and Siphon Soul to stay alive.
the saltiness, it's coming. Twilight Drake is a pretty garbage card. And this is a very strange play.
He went to 1.
He tapped
Whoa.
with a Leper Gnome on the
Oh
board.
my god! What?
Gets
Top deck
silence.
silence at 1 life tap?
Uses it on the Leper Gnome.
No way!
Pulls a Kangen basically.
Give me a Soulfire.
He had lethal. He could have silenced Rag and Rag
That's
could
what I'm
attack
talking
face.
about. Dread Infernal, baby.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, Handlock. 1 life. That's all you need. 1 life.
Well, sometimes when you miss
Get the shit
lethal,
outta here.
you get slapped around. And Dread Infernal, it's a boss, as you can witness
That was
there.
a fucking game, guys.
I hope you guys
That was
enjoyed
a
it.
game.
I know it's a little bit different with 2 little Kripps on the screen, but yeah, that's cool. Hope you guys liked the game, maybe a little bit more with me commentating my own game. Yeah, cool stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow.